What's happening, people? It's your girl Minna. Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, man, happy Tuesday, guys. I don't know, I'm in a bit of a good mood. I don't know why. Maybe because there's just no football on, so I'm in a bit of a good mood. Big up to everyone locked in. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. You guys have asked, so I will give. You asked for a call-in show, so I thought it's only right to do it, obviously, during the international break, because we've had a lot of changes, guys. It's been exactly 15 days since Man United sacked Erik ten Hag. It's been about 14 days since it was announced that Ruben Amorim was coming in as Manchester United manager. So we've got a lot to talk about, expectations, predictions, and the biggest question of all is, can Ruben Amorim save Manchester United's season? So I want to hear what you guys have to say. Of course, members get priority. As always, I will share the link in the chat pretty soon. Big up to Riri in the chat. I hope you're doing well, sis. Big up, Gad says, hey, Mina, big up. Big up to M says, salam, and I hope you're well. Tyrell Malacia playing today. Yes, I just saw. If you guys don't know, let me just bring up the exact lineup. If you guys do not know, Tyrell Malacia in 4K playing for Manchester United under 21s for the first time in what is that, 18 months? 17 months, I guess. Yeah, he's playing for the first time for Manchester United in 18 months, playing for the under 21s today. Obviously, you know, he's not part of the under 21 squad, in case you guys are wondering. It's just for match fitness. Now, he's not going to get thrown into the first team straight away. He'll kind of play with the under 21s a bit just to get some match fitness. So there it is. He starts for them. And you know what's funny? I saw a video of him arriving on the team bus, and I'm not going to lie, because he looks so young, he just blends in with the rest of the under 21 players. I can't lie. But there's a couple of names on there that you guys would definitely be intrigued with, because Sekou Kone also is playing for the under 21s. He was playing for the under 18s, I think, a week and a half ago. Today, he's playing for the under 21s. Harry Amass is also on the bench as well. So there are a couple of players that you guys are definitely familiar with that are on that are playing in that under 21 game. Big up to Sheila, says, what's up, everyone? Glad to catch this live. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well, Sheila. I hope you're doing well. Malacia is alive. Yes, he's alive. He's well. And hopefully he can stay fit and healthy. Like, I think that's just the most important thing, guys. I think that's the most important thing. But obviously, as I mentioned, yesterday it was announced Ruben Amorim officially starts his role as Manchester United head coach. Let me not use the term manager, because he's not a manager. He's a head coach. Ruben Amorim starts his role as the Manchester United head coach. And I think we have some insight into what went down between Ruud van Nistelrooy and himself. Because I know there was a lot of speculation. Oh, look, he's already kind of putting his foot down. He got rid of Ruud. Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ruben Amorim reportedly did not even meet. They didn't even meet. So I guess Ruben Amorim maybe made it clear to Ineos that, you know, Ruud wasn't the guy that he wanted, or maybe Ineos just decided that it was just time to cut the losses, if you want to call it that. But they did not meet on Monday, which is interesting, because obviously Ruud van Nistelrooy did talk about on Sunday after the Leicester game getting some clarity, and Ruben Amorim said that he was going to meet with him. So reportedly today, it was reported that they did not meet. Ruud van Nistelrooy left Carrington at about midday, and Ruben Amorim arrived later on in that afternoon. And Fletcher's still here, and Fletcher will continue to be here. Fletcher, reportedly, Darren Fletcher is a integral part of what Ineos are trying to create, not only just because of his understanding of Manchester United, but equally so his understanding of the game, his ability to build relationships with the players, etc., etc. I think those kind of stuff definitely go a long way. I think those kind of stuff definitely go a long way. But on that note, I want to hear what everybody has to say. I really want to hear what everyone has to say. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim, it's been reported, and again, we take these reports with a pinch of salt, guys. We take these reports with a pinch of salt. But it's reported that he is expected to play a back three in his first game at Manchester United. He's going to go all out and just, you know, hit the ground running. Hit the ground running with this type of football that he wants to play, first and foremost. So I want to know what you guys think. Maybe I'll share my thoughts, and then I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and you lot can call in. Members, like I said, get priority. So please be clear and put your name in the in the box, so that I know who you are, especially if you are a regular in the chat. But just on the Ruben Amorim thing and whether he can save Manchester United's season, I think one thing I realized looking at the Premier League table, I think the Premier League table is pretty wide open from where Manchester United are now to top four. I think it's quite open. However, I feel like there's too many good middle table teams. You know, the Nottingham Forest are flying right now. Of course, we've got Brighton, we've got Newcastle in and around that mix. Of course, they've not had the greatest of starts. And then you've got teams like Chelsea, you've got Spurs, etc. And that is the biggest problem for me. The way I look at it all is that if Manchester United just focus on doing what they do best, or what they used to do best, which is winning games and getting 3 points, we shouldn't have to worry about other teams. I genuinely feel like if United just focus on themselves, if United manage to get into top four, they do. And if they don't, well, you know, there's always next season. And the reason why I'm saying that is because also I'm giving some, leeway to Ruben Amorim. I've seen people saying they're giving him 3 months to create a winning team. They're giving him 3 months to basically be flying through the blocks. 3 months, guys. Is that me being, am I being too nice, or are people being too harsh? Because I've said that for me, I'm giving Ruben Amorim. Well, this season is for me. It's the balancing. You know when you're learning how to walk, but you don't know how to walk properly. Like if you lot remember, I don't know if you remember when you were kids, but if you've got like little siblings or if you've got kids yourself, you would know like when a kid learns how to stand and then balance, they're still not really good at walking because they'll take a couple of steps and drop. That is what I think this season is. That is what I think this season is for Ruben Amorim. Essentially, it's going to be that kind of balancing and learning how to walk. Next season, we're going to walk. The following season, we're going to run. We're going to fly. We're going to parachute through the sky. We're going to glide. It has to be like that because Ruben Amorim only has 2.5 seasons. He's got 2.5 seasons to really show us what he's made of. And it's quite funny because the running joke post Sir Alex Ferguson is that no manager makes it a third full season with Manchester United. I hope that he can finish. I hope he can end that kind of that was the bad luck, if you want to call it. I don't believe in luck, but I hope he can end that kind of run where he gets a third year. But then again, does this season count as a first season, guys? Because didn't Arteta come in mid-season as well? Roma want Ten Hag. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if you lot saw, but yeah, reports of Roma wanting Eric Ten Hag. But equally so, Roma's been linked to a lot of people. They've been linked to a lot of people. It'll be interesting. It will be really, really interesting. He's going to say stuff like Rome wasn't built. He's going to say stuff in the press conference like Rome wasn't built in a day. Look at the pictures that just dropped of Amorim and the team. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Oh my God. This. Oh, he's wearing a Monclisi. What? Ruben Amorim pulled up to Carrington in a Monclisi, guys. And for you lot who don't know what a Monclisi is, it's a Moncler jacket. I'm referencing his Moncler jacket that he's wearing. This manager don't F about. He's on stuff. He's on stuff. A Moncler jacket. Yeah. He got drip. He got serious drip. Please revive this guy. This guy here, Ruben Amorim, you have to be the guy that gets Manchester United that 50 million worth of what they spent. But here's him with Mason Mount. Who else? Hey, this picture here. Yeah. This picture hanging in the Louvre. Take the Mona Lisa down from, is it the Louvre where the Mona Lisa is? I've actually seen the Mona Lisa. Is it the Louvre? No, it's not. Some place in Paris. But take the Mona Lisa down and put this picture up in there. This is what we love to see. And by the way, United know what they're doing. They're posting him with specific players. They're posting, obviously, let me not make rumors, because obviously a lot of people are gone on international break. So these are the guys that are still obviously at Manchester United. But this is Lenny Yoro, Mason Mount, no, Toby Collier. Should I show you the Toby Collier picture? Here you go. They got 7 pictures for us. I can't even tell who this is, by the way, guys. I don't know who this is from the back. Well, who is that, guys? Who is that? Does anyone know who that is? That's Shaw. That can't be Luke Shaw. What? That don't look like him. That actually don't look like him. But yeah, now that you lot are saying that's Luke Shaw, it does kind of look like him. I don't know why. I thought it was Lindelof, guys. Who is this? Why are they holding each other like that? Why? That's Mason Mount. Why the hell is he holding him from his waist? That's Mason Mount. Look at the hairstyle. Look at that. Look at that trim at the back of his head. This is very weird. That's a weird pose. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You're holding him like his babes. Facts. He's literally holding him like his babes. He's admiring Lenny Yoro. Don't blame him. These pictures are actually kind of jokes, guys. These pictures are kind of funny. Like, look at the way they're staring at each other. Yep, Kobe, Toby Collier. And I always forget that's Toby Collier. Sometimes I actually think that's Brandon Williams. The other picture was Tom Heaton. This was Tom Heaton. In this picture. This ain't Tom Heaton. Nah, that's not Tom Heaton. But guys, the new era has arrived. The new era is here. The Ruben Amorim era is here. Let me drop the link in the chat. Hold on. Let me drop the link in the chat. Not him with the Monclisi. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe he's actually got the Monclisi on. United fans only, or anyone can join. Priorities for members. I forgot to say that, guys, but I think I did say in the description of this video. You lot know the rules. Members get priority here for the call-in shows, and then if there's time at the end, I'll go through anyone else that's called in. That is thing. Okay, yeah. Let me remember to pin it. Yeah, my bad. I'd be forgetting. I'd be forgetting. Replace pin. Did I do it? Why am I moving like KG? Why am I moving like KG? Like I don't know how to use tech. I absolutely know how to use tech. These pictures could be posters for a Hallmark film. They could be. They could be. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know, man. The pictures kind of made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. The pictures kind of made me laugh. And by the way, guys, I was actually gonna cancel this stream because I'm a disgrace. I wanted to watch the under-21s game, but then I said to myself, you know what? It's international break. I need to give myself a break from football rather than what's the word? Taking in football non-stop. I need to take a break from football. And that is also why, guys, I do not watch international break. When it's international break, I know some of you lot like to watch it when, you know, France are playing or England are playing or Spain are playing, etc., etc. I don't like to do that. I do not like to do that because I genuinely feel like international break as fans, because we have to consume Manchester United so much in a week. We watch Man United 3 times in what, 7 to 8 days. It's very healthy to take a break from watching football, guys, which is why I genuinely encourage you in international break not to watch any football. Generally speaking, guys, try it and let me know. I'm actually using this time. I'm actually using this time to watch TV shows that I've not had the chance. Because I don't know if you lot are like me, and this is where I get sidetracked again, and I forget that I'm meant to do a call-in show. But I don't watch TV shows during the football season because all I do is watch football. So I just don't have the time to watch a TV show. So in the international break, in the summer, etc., I use that time to watch TV shows. So some of you lot recommended me a TV show the other day, something about something and the Jackal. I don't know, something like that's like a Hitman TV show. That is the show I'm going to start this week. So I will let you lot know how it goes. I'm watching Under-21s tonight, and that's me done for 2 weeks. I want to watch the Under-21s game, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see everything. I'm gonna end up seeing everything online. We're gonna see all the highlights and all of that stuff. But listen, guys, I've dropped the link in the chat whilst I just go through just to make sure that I haven't missed. There's one thing actually I wanted to talk about. But I dropped the link in the chat. Feel free to call in. Everyone gets about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe more if I like you and you're a nice person. I'll give you a few more. But Minna, watch the Penguin. You know what? I don't think it's my cup of tea. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's my cup. I kind of seen bits of it. I don't think it's kind of my show. Minna, you have to remove the Eric Potter sis. I don't want to. That's the thing. I know I should, but I don't really want to remove the emoji because it's a funny picture, isn't it? Because he's got the thing. But quickly before I actually bring in the first caller, Anthony, I don't know if you have seen United District reporting that Anthony is unhappy with his situation at Manchester United right now and wants to leave Manchester United. Now, in January, if a decent offer comes in for him, do you say keep or stay? Or do you wait till the summer Do you see if Amorim can drive up his buy price and then sell him in the summer, or do you just cut ties with him? Because for I can't lie, for sources reporting that he's unhappy with the situation, if Fabrizio didn't come out immediately, or another media, another fan channel didn't shut it down immediately, I think there's actually some truth to it. And that was reported about 24 hours ago, or around 24 hours ago. I genuinely think that there could be some truth to it. And while I go through the comments, let me go through the call list quickly, because, guys, I don't know what is going on with my eyesight today. I was cutting up onions before the stream, and my eyes are literally hurting me. But big up to Quartz. Quartz, were you playing Pro today?
Yesterday.
Yeah, you playing with KG and them?
Yeah, yesterday I was there. It was a bit up and down, as it is with KG's team.
I might join Joe's team tonight.
That might create World War III in and amongst the delegates, but we move.
Do you think I should?
I don't think it's that. I feel like I'm gonna get implicated in anything I say. I already get brought up in drama that I'm not even involved in.
All right, I'll leave you out.
Nah, don't play, because I think next week we're playing them. So
Okay.
Don't play for them this week.
All right, say no more. Okay, let's talk Ruben Amorim quickly. Ruben Amorim, number one.
Let's talk. Yeah.
What's your expectations with him?
My expectation is, like, ideally, I just want Champions League football next season. Really, whether that's Europa League or the league position that we finish, that's what I'd love for next season, because Europa League is dead, innit? Let's be real. Like, the best thing about, like, it's just Thursday nights. It's not, the quality is not the same. There's something special about being in the Champions League, and I think the teams around us, like, we've been rubbish this season, and we're only 4 points off top 4.
That's what I was just saying. The gap between like 12th to 4th is not that bad.
So I think if we fix up, we can make a run and get 4th. And I like the fact that he's coming in saying, I'm going to play a back three straight away, because I would hate for him to come in and do what the Ten Hag did, where he said, well, I'm not playing the same way I played at Ajax, because that's just, it's not going to run anymore. So I'm glad he's playing a back three. Obviously, there's going to be time for adjustment. I'm interested to see what he does with the players that we've got, because I don't think our squad is that bad to be where we are in the league.
People make it out like we've got the worst squad in like the top out of 15 teams or 20 teams in the league. I don't think it's that bad.
On paper, like, it's just to watch in the last year, it's been bad.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I just want to enjoy watching the United game.
Do you think he can salvage something from the season, given the fact there's 6 months left? You know what I'm more annoyed about? I'm more annoyed about the fact that Ineos let us waste 3 months of the season. That's what I'm more annoyed about.
Yeah. The one thing I'll give them credit for is that they didn't just let Rude have like interim for about 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Because like I when we got rid of Ten Hag, I was like, all right, Rude's gonna have the managerial position for quite a while, and then within the space of a week, it's like, no, again, Amorim. But yeah, I think in hindsight, we probably should have got rid of him in the summer. But I remember hearing that I think Amorim's release clause was a lot higher in the summer than it was when we got him now. So maybe that played a part as well.
Yeah, I think like financially they must have thought it made more sense to kind of wait it out for him
and see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. But in terms of I was gonna say, just in terms of his whole spell, he's got 2.5 years. What do you expect in those 2.5 years? Do you expect to win the league?
Next season, I think I want to be. I'd like to be comfortably in top 4 next season, and then the season after be involved in the title race. I want it to be April going into May, going right. Where are we in this? Because it's like recently the title race has been over in October for us, and that's just dead.
I'd say even way before that. We ain't even ever been in. When was the last time United genuinely been in a title race? Like. Genuinely.
Yeah, because even when we finished second recently, in like recent years, it's been like a far off second,
21 points off, I think, or something.
Yeah, so it's not like a proper second. So yeah, just being in a title race, not next season, but the season after, but
Mhm.
being comfortable in top four the following season. But it is a hard league to be good in this year, as in I think the top teams have kind of dropped a bit, and those middle-ish teams have improved.
Yeah, and they're not just
So you've
improved,
got
but they're taking points off everyone.
you've got 8 teams vying, like 7, 8 teams vying for top four now. So it's not an easy task, but I'm just excited to something different. It was like becoming so stale and boring under Ten Hag. The football was bad. The vibe was bad. It was like we were watching the games out of a duty rather than excitement of, right, my team's playing. It's my team's playing and I'm going to watch it. But you know you're watching it and going to be filled with
Complain.
pain. But you still would do it anyway. So.
All right, last question. This season, obviously, there's still 6 months left. So what's the hope? What do you hope that happens for United under Amorim?
We start playing good football. We start scoring goals, because we've not scored under the whole Ten Hag period was filled with not scoring very many goals.
Mm-hmm.
So start scoring goals consistently, and that will help, because I think there's going to be some defensive issues changing the system from a back four to a back three. So scoring goals will kind of hide some of those defensive issues. Whereas right now we have to we have to keep a clean sheet to win most games. That's how it's been. So scoring goals and just the change of like the adapting to the free back. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, big up, man. Appreciate it. Listen, I'm
Big
gonna
up,
come back
Mena.
to this, at the end of the season. I'm coming back to this call so that I can listen back to what everyone said, because there's no point. I did a call in before the season started. I think it was the week before the season started. I did a call in, and that's all null and void now because we've got a whole new manager. Rasta Stocks.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I think everyone can hear you as well.
Okay.
Ruben Amorim, the era has started. What is your expectations? And I hope I don't hear something wild.
So out of the back, I don't expect everything to click like 1, 2, 3, because I'm not gonna lie. We wasted 25% of the season. We should have got rid of Ten Hag.
You're a bit far from your mic, by the way. Bring your mic closer to your mouth.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't think people in the chat can hear you properly.
I think it's my location where I'm at, because I'm actually at work.
Oh, maybe it could be that. It could be your location. The internet's not interneting right now.
But I'm sorry about that. But what I'm trying to say is 25% of the season is lost already, right? So we should have got rid of Ten Hag when we won the FA Cup. But no, people want to come say, oh, let's give him time because of the injuries. I mean, other teams last season had injuries and they still done good. So
What is your expectation for Ruben Amorim this season?
my expectation, if he could bring us like in the top 6, I'm okay with that. And let us, hopefully we could win the Europa League, bring us in the Champions League. That will be good. But at the same time, we got a whole bunch of scrubs, unreliable scrubs in the squad, like Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Mason Mount, like those players, those players have to go. Like, but who's gonna buy them? That's the next question.
Yeah, that is a big question. Do you expect him to play his style of football straight away?
I would say yes against a team like Ipswich, because I mean they're a championship team, but yeah, they shut down Spurs. They shut down Spurs. So I'll say maybe not yet, maybe not right away. But let's just see what he decides to do. But
Yeah, I hear that. Let's see what he decides to do, man. Big up. Thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate it, man. Big up to Rasta Stocks, man. You lot are bad vibes, man. You lot are bad people, man. You're actually bad people. Please tell me your mic works.
My mic works. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can hear you. Thank you very much.
Okay. How you doing, Minna?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm great, Minna. I'm great. Um,
Ruben Amorim, man, chat to me. What you saying? Ruben Amorim, 2.5 year
hey,
contract.
I think it was the right decision by Ineos to give him some time. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. They're
Yeah.
saying
So
W's for your mic. W's for your mic.
okay, yeah, because the last guy was somebody said he sounded like he was in the wall.
Someone said he sound like he's been abducted by aliens. That's so.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think it's a great decision by Ineos. I know people are like criticizing them for wasting like 2 months, but I think it was a great decision to I think it was great to be patient and just wait and
Yeah.
see if Ten Hag was gonna like step up to the plate. But Ten Hag doesn't have anybody to blame but himself because he didn't represent for himself. He did not. He when he came to Man United, he stopped following his principles, his not just his style of play, but his principles. Like people, coaches these days don't drive too far away from their principles, and everything I just completely changed. So it was great to at least give him like 10 games to see if he was gonna like
Do you think that was the
rescue.
right decision? You don't feel like that wasted 3 months of the season?
No, I think it was the right decision, man. Because like after winning the FA Cup, I think it was good to at least give him time to see if he would turn it around.
Okay.
And he did not. So Eric Ten Hag doesn't have anybody to blame. Anyone. He only have himself to be blamed. You know? And Ruben, I've always been watching Sporting Lisbon. I've been watching them for about I would say 1 or 2 years now. And I know how good they have been like over the years. So, I've always kept an eye on him, but my number one, my first choice was Nagelsmann, the German coach.
Yeah.
But since we got Ruben, I'll settle for him. He's a good coach.
What do you expect from this season? Before we talk about like his entire contract period, what's your expectations for him for this season? Given that there's 6 months left, which I think everybody's tone has kind of changed because if Eric Ten Hag was still the manager, I would have said I felt like the season was over. But now with Amorim, I'm like, you know what? There is something to be saved.
Yes. So I agree with that. And I agree with you on the squad. Like on paper, I think we have at least our squad comes like maybe top 5, maybe top 4. Our squad on paper. I'm not saying like on the pitch. I'm saying on paper, it's like at least top 5 or top 4. But yeah, if every time I was going to continue, the season was basically over. So you're right about that. My expectations for this season, I think if Ruben can be that coach that he was for Sporting, I think we can finish at least top 5, top 4.
Okay,
I reckon we can do that.
What is there any player you think has not been doing well, but will do well under Amorim?
Rasmus Højlund.
I said he needs to work a miracle with him.
Rasmus is gonna. No, I think people downplay Rasmus. Like Rasmus is really really good. The potential is there. Like the scene with Gyökeres, right?
Yeah.
Gyökeres came from Coventry, right?
Yeah, I was watching him when he was at Coventry.
Yeah, he scored I think like 20 something goals in that season, and they bought him right away. So I think Rasmus Højlund has the quality and the potential to do what Gyökeres is doing right now for Sporting. I think he does.
I think that's big expectation. I think we're putting a lot on him.
I'm not saying like he's gonna score like 20, 30 goals this season. Nah. I'm saying like he's gonna score at least like 16 or more. 16 or more.
16 is what he scored last season. So if he scores 16 or more, that's an improvement of last season. But
16 or more. I think he's gonna score at least 16 or more. Rasmus Højlund is gonna benefit from this.
Is there anyone that you think we should get rid of?
Rashford can also play striker, I think he will benefit a lot because he's our best finisher.
Is there anyone that you think won't work under Ruben Amorim?
Again, Rashford or
Keep my boy's name out your mouth. I
Rashford.
don't know why everyone's writing Rashford off. I don't know why.
It's because Rashford sometimes I think like because man, I'm in the military and your attitude is everything. You know what I'm saying? When you go to work and everything, your attitude is everything. I think Rashford attitude towards everything is like bad. I think it's absolutely bad. It defeats him. He's a world class talent. He is world class. I love Rashford myself, but I think his attitude is like defeats him. So him is it will be either him or who else? Who else? Who will suffer the most? I think him, Rashford, because he doesn't like the defensive work rate. His defensive work is not good. Who else? Who else am I thinking about? I
Mason
thought
Mount.
Mason Mount. I think he's gonna be okay, but then again, I don't know because he's always injured. So I don't know. Luke
Yeah,
Shaw too as
that's
well.
a valid one.
Yeah, Luke Shaw is always injured too as well. So those two players, I can see them leaving. Ineos is not playing about cost cutting, so I can see Mason Mount leaving. I can see definitely Anthony gotta be gone. He gotta follow Eric Ten Hag. I think also Casemiro gotta go. Casemiro gotta go. Yeah,
Casemiro.
yeah, Casemiro gotta go.
Nah.
Casemiro, really, man? You really
Unless it's purely just to raise money. I don't
to
think
raise
it's
money?
any,
Yes, to
that.
raise money.
But even
Casemiro
then,
gotta go.
I think there's other assets they can sell before they sell him.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's just my opinion, man. But I appreciate it,
Yeah.
man. Thank you for calling
All
in.
right.
I've got a few more people to run through. Big up. Channel boy comments. What are you saying, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
Doing
How you
good,
doing?
doing good. Thanks for
I,
having me.
you were a staunch supporter of Ten Hag.
Yes. And do you want me to explain my rationale why?
No. I don't care about Ten Hag no
Okay,
more. I don't know why we're
okay.
still talking about him.
Yeah,
I
we
want to
don't
know what you
have to.
think
We
about
don't have to.
Amorim.
So honestly, I'm actually very, very excited about Amarin because I think I've mentioned on a few streams, on UV is that I feel tactically. Well, obviously, we don't know exactly what he's going to do, but I think tactically our intent under Ten Hag versus under Amarim are going to be kind of similar in the sense that we'd want to build up at the back and go forward as quickly as possible to our front players. There's a very direct sort of theme in both styles, verticality and all that. So I'm really excited about Amarin, but the main thing that I'm sort of like looking for and what I'm excited about is where he has the deficit. Where he has an improvement, where Ten Hag had a deficit, and that's in the charisma and the character and the motivation. Because I feel like
And the hair.
and the hair, the beards, and I feel like we've had a lot of tactically astute managers, but we haven't had the manager that has been able to unlock the players when it comes to I'm willing to die for this manager. In the same way that Ferguson had a people managing skill. Maybe Ole had that a little bit, but maybe didn't have the tactical side, right? So I'm more excited about that. I think Man United's the task at Man United is less about how you're going to play tactically, but more about how you're going to psychologically evaluate and enforce these players. Because I think that's the biggest part, and that's what I'm most excited for Amorim, because I think he has the tactics and he also just has that charm, that riz, that charisma. So I'm really excited about that, if I'm being honest.
In terms of just him at United, how long are you giving him to like put a stamp on the team? And I hate when people kind of put the time frame on it, but is there a time frame that you're giving him to kind of put a stamp on the team that says this is an Amorim like type of team?
Right. So honestly, it depends. I personally think the timeline won't be that long because I feel like the way our squad has been assembled in a weird way, because of all the managers we've had and all the players we've brought in, we have a lot of multifunctional players, right? So you were able to sort of fit a jigsaw, make a puzzle work with these teams. I think we will be seeing results pretty quickly this season as well. But obviously, when you're talking about an Amorim team, it's all on the back of intensity and pressing. So I think the strength and conditioning is probably going to be what's going to take time. I'll be nervous about maybe injuries that may derail the process. But in terms of the actual play style, I think we will be seeing some remnants of it this season going into next season. As you know, as a type of fan, I'm a very, very patient fan. And I want this to work, and I know that this is going to work because Ineos have brought him in because this is their guy. So they're not going to stop at anything until this works. So
Yeah.
when it comes to how long will I give him, I don't care if we're 12th next season, because this is the one. I don't believe we will be. Don't get me wrong.
But you don't care, basically.
I don't care, because all I want is for us to weed out people who don't want to be part of this project and force people that Amorim wants, and then build from there. But I actually do believe this guy has skills, and this is football is a very strange game. All I'll say is, if the people above us keep losing and we're able to have a new manager bounce, who's to say after December's fixtures we won't be back in the top four fighting? So I'm not trying to put a timeline. For me, it's just about how quickly we're able to know who's part of the project versus who isn't. That's my main sort of criteria of evaluation.
Ola agrees with you. Big up to Ola with the super chat. Says this guy's spitting facts. Facts. And just in terms of predictions, what do you predict is going to happen over Amorim's tenure? Because I think it's difficult this season because he's joining halfway through. So I feel like a lot of people will have their opinions a lot more vocally next season when he's had like an entire year with the team. But what do you expect? Do you expect some silverware? Do you expect progression in the league? Do you expect United to win the league?
From this season, or you're talking about
from
just
his
in
time?
general?
Yeah, from his time as United head coach.
That has to be the expectation, because that's what we brought him in for. Because it's easy to get managers that are able to steady the ship and then maybe get us to fourth, but ultimately that's not what we are. And the how I view football, sometimes it depends on two paradigms you can look at. You can look at the rational, where you look at the players we have. You can look at the tactics. You can look at how the tangible stuff that you can measure in football. Yeah. And then there's the alternative view, which I also believe is equally as real, and that is the cosmic justice of football. I believe that teams operate on a cycle, teams operate on destiny, and sometimes if it's your time, it's your time, right? And I believe that there's a lot that's lining up for us to have like a mirror against having our final savior to come and and get us over the line, right? And I say that because if you look at Atkinson before Ferguson came in, right? Yeah. He won two League Cups and one FA Cup, or two FA Cups and one League Cup. Ten Hag won two FA Cups, one FA Cup, two finals, one League Cup, and he was sacked in the middle of the season. And then Ferguson came in, right? So I feel that there's a level of symmetry when it comes to historical stuff, and basically. Yeah, exactly. And I think the most important thing is, for the first time since the Glazers, since the Glazers came in, right? This is the first time we've actually had ownership in terms of Ineos actually have their guy, in addition to a structure that is bringing in the players. So we finally have someone who will 100% have Amorim's back, right? So if you have someone like Anthony, for example, acting out, Ineos isn't going to side with Anthony. Ineos isn't going to side with the players. They're going to be like, you're going to get out. So I feel that level of accountability is finally here. And so 100% I believe that he has, I don't want to jinx it. He's the guy. He's the guy. He has to be the guy. Big
up Challo Boy, man. Always coming with the positivity, man. The positivity is different this time when it's
different. It's different.
It's different, man. Big up, man. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Yo, why you causing havoc in the chat?
Minna.
Firstly, can I have my bonnet back? Give me back my bonnet.
My bonnet's over there. Should I go get it?
Why does that look like that's a bonnet on your head?
No, it's actually a balaclava. So no, I've got do-rags. I've got a belly on my face. What? Yeah.
Nah, that looks like a headscarf that you just put on backwards.
No, I'm not. Well, you think I'm wearing a headscarf? No, I wouldn't do that. I have hair,
You're wearing a balaclava.
Because I can't. Because my do-rag's over there. I just got back in the house. I said, let me chat to my G Minna. I just sat down. I'm here. Okay. Yeah, I'm here to chat to my G. What's going on?
Come on, stream. Quickly, let me just read this super chat. Sully says, the question is, where will Kobe and Ghana play in a 3-5-3? Firstly, Sully, there's no 3-5-3. That's 11 players outfield. It's a 3-4-3. And I actually think Garnacho could play left wing back. I actually think that could be a thing. And I think Kobe will play in the midfield. I think it's a Kobe Casemiro or Kobe Ugarte thing. But how long are you giving Amorim, firstly?
First of all, I just hope he gets his time. I want to see progression in our style of play. I want to see us score more goals. And it's a results-based business. So if he's not getting results, Ineos, I'm watching you. Don't worry about Amorim. I'm watching Ineos. Them and there. I'm watching you.
But wait, hold
That's
on. But
what-
Ineos have done. Are you saying you're watching Ineos for like the transfer windows?
Back him, give him the amount of time he needs to be able to set up the team to his image, and then you truly give him all the tools that he needs to be able to get the best out of the team. Otherwise, if Ineos don't back him, he's going to fail anyways. So it's on Ineos.
Do you think this season is salvageable? Because you went to the Spurs game, innit?
I was at the Chelsea game as well. That story. Yeah. And
So you had the Chelsea game. Have you watched a win this season?
I haven't watched a win at Man United since Ten Hag's first season. So I'll tell you the games I've been to.
Maybe you're the problem.
How?
Maybe
It's
you're the problem.
It's that turkey Twizzler that's left our club. That turkey Twizzler who managed our club previously.
Ollie.
No, the bald one.
Oh, Ten Hag.
Listen, I like to be. I just like to use creative names.
Hold on, you said the last time you watched a win was in his first
So-
season. Maybe you're the problem, brother. Maybe you're the problem.
Okay, let me break down the games I've been to. Yeah. So first season, I went to Sevilla 2-2. I was there. West Ham 3-1 FA Cup. We won. And I think, Flex. I saw Flex there as well. He was right behind me, which is crazy. And then Fulham, De Gea saved the penalty and we won. Last game of the season. Great record, yeah? Then I went to one game in the second season, the Brighton game at home. I was so mad I didn't go to any game for the rest of the season.
I hear it. I'm not gonna lie. I hear it.
So,
but this season also you don't have the best of records. So maybe don't go until Amorim is settled in. Don't go to Old Trafford until.
No, I'm thinking of going probably January. But that Tottenham game was criminal, yeah. No. I'm going. No. January. No, January. I got January sorted in it, so let me go January.
I don't know, man, guys. It might not be a good sign.
What? You telling me I can't go to a Europa League game?
Little Judge. That's what people are calling you, Little Judge. That's scary.
Judge? Nah.
That's scary. What do you expect anyway from Amorim? What are you hoping that do you think he's the guy to take us to the promised land?
Time will tell. Honestly, time will tell.
No. I want to know what do you think? Like, does it feel different? Like this?
I don't know. I'm not. Listen, I don't know. I can't predict it because I want to see if he sticks to his guns. If he sticks to his guns, let it play out, man. I can't predict anything anymore. So, I'm not one of these guys who's just going to say one or the other. Let's see.
So you're just going with the flow, basically.
Yeah, man. It's vibes. Good vibes. That's what I'm on.
So okay. So when you say good vibes, is that no expectation? Like you're not expecting anything?
I'm expecting more goals. Okay, like, can I not expect the bait? I want the minimum. I want us to go up the table, and I want more goals, and I want us to keep having a solid defense. Is that hard for a brother to ask?
So you're here to participate, basically. You're just here to take part, make up the numbers in the league table.
Ten Hag's first 3 months were shambles. So Ruben has to fix this.
The first 3 months weren't that bad under Eric Ten Hag. It wasn't that bad. We were winning games. No. I remember that comeback at Craven Cottage against Fulham. We were picking up points in Europa League at the time. It wasn't as bad as maybe the last 3 months were right now this season.
Let me tell you something, right? When I was at the Tottenham game, I could see Flex and KG to my left, right? I remember KG making this loud noise. Ah! He made a noise and everyone looked at him. And I looked at him. I was like, what's going on? It's bad. No, listen, I understand you're doing the professional thing. Oh, we got points. It was bad. Let's be real. It was shambolic. It was 14th. Yeah.
So you're telling me that you have no expectation from
No, I'm not. No, I want us to
Like,
go
from
up the
Amarim's side.
table. Let's see. I want to see what he actually is going to do with this team, because I
What
need
do
a
you think
little
he
bit
can,
of a
okay,
sample size.
what do you think he can do with this team?
Hmm. So reports are saying he's going to stick to his guns, 3-4-3.
Yeah.
How are you going to implement this 3-4-3 with the current crop of players that we have? That's the real question. I want to see what he does. First, I want to see what happens in the Ipswich game.
That would be a big
Let's
challenge.
see. You know what I mean? Let me get a few games in. I need to see how this team will react to what Amarin does. It's as simple as that for me. And then we can talk. And then, oh, okay, I can predict this, this, and that. I don't know what to predict anymore because I don't know what he's going to do.
That is very valid. I'm not gonna lie. That's a
Mm.
very valid point. But is there any player that you think, that they're done for under Amarin?
Done for. Mm.
And is there any player that you are optimistic for? Because I can't lie, I want to see what Rashford's on under Amorim. Like I will always have a bit of hope. Like 99% of people can turn on Marcus Rashford. I'll be part of the 1% that will still have a little bit of faith.
So let me ask. So I'll ask you this question, and then I'll answer your question. Why do you feel like that?
Because he's just my guy. Rashford's just my guy. Like, that's it. It's sentiment.
What? So
I'm
just
being
because
honest.
he's your G, just
It's
a sentiment? Is that it?
It's sentiment. Yeah, they can never make me hate him. They can never make me hate him. Like, I'm being biased, guys. There's no logic behind it. There is no
Okay.
logic behind it. But
At least you said it. Fairs.
A part of me does think he's gonna leave. A big part of me thinks he's gonna leave.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's gonna leave. I think he's gonna leave. But is there any player that you think will like do well under Amorim, and a manager like Amorim is gonna benefit them?
All right, I'm gonna because everyone's gonna say the same set of players, right? I want to go for a different name. I'm gonna say Malacia.
Malacia, as in the guy that's just making his first appearance for Man United now.
Yes. A competent left back that can play wing back.
Okay. What about the right wing back? Who are you saying got that spot?
Mazraoui. That's all him, man.
Okay, that's
easy.
the right answer. That's the right answer.
Yeah, and then a player that I think that will not survive. I don't think. Oh, Eriksen's cooked. I think.
Oh, I think he's. Yeah, I think with the reports about the physicality and whatnot that Amorim is regarding. Yeah, I think Eriksen.
He's cooked, man. Great player.
Who's buzzing my door at this time of the night?
What's going on, man?
I don't know. And you know what? Yeah, 9 times out of 10, guys, when you live in a flat, by the way, when someone buzzes your door, it's probably because one of your neighbors are not opening and it's a package for them. So now when I open the door, I always say, is it for X door number? No, it's not. Okay, then don't buzz it.
Move, man. Stop buzzing my door, man. I know the ones.
Don't buzz. Big up to Ahmed with the super chat. Says this season will allow Amorim to see who fits his system. Ones who don't will get shipped out. What do you think is going to happen this season? What's your hope for this season?
All right. If I'm going to remove the actual logic that I've been trying to say this whole time, as long as I think Court said it the best, we do need Champions League football.
Yeah.
So if we can somehow get Champions League football, amazing. Give the man a statue. I'll get a wig and I'll look like Amorim myself, but with a tan. That's what I'm on.
I don't think it's that kind of out of the realm of possibility. Getting top 4.
With the way our forwards are playing, it's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, I think fourth spot is up for grabs in the league. But then again, there's going to be like 6 teams fighting for it.
That's the thing. So do we have killers that are actually going to kill it up front? All right, now, Højlund, Xerxes, unless he can do something with that, I don't know.
Listen, Mr. Go with the flow. You actually might change. I might have to change. I'm not calling you Lil Yo-Yo anymore. I might have to call you Mr. Go with the flow, Mr. Lil Jules.
You know what's funny? The name it came out of nowhere.
Lil Yo-Yo. Where did it come
from? It's a stupid name that came out of nowhere, and people just call me that now. And I'm just like, okay, it's stuck.
What is the story behind it? Like, I got a story.
It's a dumb YouTube name that's stuck.
But how? Like, where did it come from? It must have come from somewhere.
my brain's a bit weird, and I typed Lil Yo-Yo when I was like 2013, 2014, and I just had it there. And for some reason, I typed it on YouTube channels, and for some reason, these guys call me Lil Yo-Yo, and I'm like, okay, fine, call me that, and sure. That's literally that's literally
It's
it.
such a random name, man. But big up, man. Thank you for calling him.
Big up.
I appreciate it, man. Big up, big up, big up. Oh, Lil Yo-Yo, man. That is such a random name. I swear to God. I swear to God. The queen of the channel, guys. You better pay some respects, and I hope you can hear me. Firstly, oh, you got your camera on as well. Big up to Riri, man. What are you saying? How you doing, sis?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good night, all the people across the pond, because I know it's real late over there.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not gonna.
I
I got a meeting that I gotta jump on in like 6 minutes. So
that's fine.
I just popped in to say bless up to everybody, and you know, let's hope that Ruben can turn this ship around. So
Do you think he will be? Do you think he can?
I am so jaded by Manchester United at this point as a fan. Like, if he does, I'll be happy. If he doesn't, then we move on to the next manager. At this point, you know, I'm not putting any more eggs in any more baskets at this point. Like,
So you're
I'm
like
like,
Yo-Yo,
show
then
me.
you're just going with the flow.
Yeah. I'm like, show me what you can do. Like that game at you know, with Ipswich coming up, we're gonna see what he does. Because from what I'm hearing from everybody, because I'm not that kind of football fan. Like I don't go in depth in formation and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So I just want to see what happens in that game in Ipswich and how he lines up and who he decides to play and like how he does his substitutions and stuff like that. And yeah, man, let's get this. Let's get this. Go with the flow.
Yeah. Nah,
I'm like Yo-Yo, man. Let's see if we could get to top top 5, because I don't know about top 4, but let's see top 5. I mean, you know, some kind of European football next season again, you know, and then from next season he's on the clock like everybody else.
So this season is just get through it, and then next season is
yeah, definitely. I mean, what are we right now? Like we're like what? How much points off of top 4
like
right
4
now?
points off top. I think we're like
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like if he could get us up there at the end of this season, you know, that's good. And then next season he's on the clock. Because I'm sure he's gonna want to bring in his players come the summer. So
yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
4 points off 3rd place. That's
not
bad.
But
it's doable.
Yeah, definitely. 4 points is not bad. It's very much doable. We're only in November. We got a while to go.
Yeah.
And the way City been moving wavy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone is dropping points.
Yeah. Definitely.
So we can capitalize on it, man.
You got a team. You got a team like Nottingham Forest is like what?
They're like 4th, I think.
Yeah,
they're in top 4 as well. It's crazy. But I think we'll know better like come January, February times.
Yeah, for sure. But I just wanted to say hi. I'm about to go set up for my meeting. Everybody take care.
Yeah, big up. Oh, thank you, Riri, man. Oh, she's top, man. She's top. Show Mr. Negative turn positive now that Erik Ten Hag is gone. Show, by the way, I don't think I spoke to you since Ten Hag has been sacked. And we're not going to speak about him because for me it's like
there's no point. That's yeah.
How are you feeling about Amorim?
I'm intrigued by Amorim. I'll be honest. Like it's not like I'm positive about it as well, and I think I'm excited to see us play 3 at the back week in week out, something different. I think a lot of fans are apprehensive about it because obviously, you know, especially the old school fans, it's not our history, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Why should I'm calling from my phone and I don't want to turn my it's look a bit scatty, and you know what I'm saying, so I'm not going to turn my camera on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued to see the way Amorim plays, man. That's all it is. So I think, look, I was positive about Ten Hag when he believe it or not, as negative as I was about Ten Hag at the end. Actually, you'd find it very hard to believe that prior to Ten Hag coming to United, for about a year and a half, I was raving about Ten Hag joining United. So it's hard to believe now, but that was the case. With Amorim, it's not so much, but he was like one of my 2 or 3 that I would have taken in charge. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. I think, obviously, I think a lot of people already said the key thing is the goal scoring thing, isn't it? That's the thing that Ten Hag could never solve in the 2.5 years. If you think about Ten Hag, I think we scored 60 goals in the league in the first season, and then 58 in the second season.
Yeah.
And then it was going to be even less this year, probably maybe scrape 50 if we were lucky. So I think if he can, I'm even one of those. I'm happier if we concede more, if we score more.
Okay, yeah. Someone else said that today on this. I can't remember one of the callers said that they don't mind conceding more, as long as we score more.
No, it's a trade-off, isn't it? That's the thing. So I mean, look, the thing is, it's all about the you can concede more if you score more. But obviously, I'm not saying I want to. Ideally, we concede less and score more. But obviously, we're not gonna. It's too much to ask for Ruben Amorim to come, change the system. We start scoring goals, and then we're keeping clean sheets at the same time. It's just not going to happen. So,
what's your expectations for Amorim, just over the course of like his time as a head coach? Do you think he's the guy to take us to lift the trophy?
I can't really say that because I've said that about managers before. I thought that about Ten Hag. I was Ten
Hag was going to win us the Prem.
Yeah, 100%.
I never felt like that, but because I always felt like City was a like.
No, I trust me. Again, like I said, it's hard to believe, yeah. But when Ten Hag came, you don't know how gassed I was. I thought, yeah, we got the guy. This is the guy. He's going to lead us to the glory, and that's why Ten Hag is the one that hurt the most for me, because all the managers that we've had since Fergie, right? I always thought they were the wrong appointments from the beginning. Anyway, I feel like. Look, Moyes was wrong from the beginning. And then we got Jose. No, then we got Van Gaal. Van Gaal was past his best. Then we got Jose. Jose was past his best.
I was gassed about Jose.
Really?
I was.
What am I saying, really? I know how much you love Jose.
I love Jose, yeah. So and also it's the players that came in with him, like in his first year or two.
Yeah.
I thought, this is the team.
Which player specifically, man? I'll say the player that you're really talking about. Which one?
Why are you going to put me on the spot like that?
Which player specifically that signed under Jose is the one that you were gassed about? Why don't you say who it is?
Pogba.
Oh, okay, there we go. So, yeah. I get it. Like, but I think Jose was even like 2-3 years too late. You know what I mean? If we got him like 2013, straight after Fergie, and then Oli was vibe signing. So then when we got Ten Hag, I thought, yeah, this is like, it's the right time. This is the guy, man. But didn't work out. So now under Amorim, it's like, I don't want to say, Amorim's going to win us the league, he's going to do that. But I think it's important to set milestones along the way. So like 6 months, we should be here. 12 months, we should be here. 18 months. Yeah. Because the thing is, I don't want this to happen. But you have to remember, like, look at Chelsea when they sacked Tuchel for Graham Potter. Gave him a 5-year deal, sacked him 6 months. Because you knew, watching Graham Potter 4 months in at Chelsea, this guy, he don't need more time. You sack this guy straight away. Obviously, I'm not saying I don't think Ruben Amorim is going to be that. I'm just going to say that right now. Because again, not the lucky thing, the fortunate thing for him is he's coming into a season where it's open for everything.
It is,
like,
it pretty much is.
Like apart from Liverpool, who like just seem to be like winning every game. Like everyone else is performing like on and off, even City, which is crazy. But if you and like Ridwan said, like 13, we're 13th, but 4 points off third in November, which is a bit weird. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm more intrigued. I'm more like fascinated to see how he plays.
I'm curious. Curious for me is the way to. I'm excited, optimistic, but I'm curious just because of. And also, I just like one thing for me is the way that he speaks. That's a big part, especially when you move from a manager like Ten Hag, having a manager that's better at communication. And unfortunately, things like charisma and personality that goes a long way as a manager in general in life, let alone as a football coach. But is there any player that you are concerned about under Amorim that you think might have?
Concerned, I don't rate most of these players. I mean,
all right. Is there anyone you're optimistic for under Amorim? How about that? Might be easy.
I think someone like Kobe is gonna regain his form, because I think he looked like before the injury, he looked like he was ready to go. But obviously, I think he needs to get back into his form. Because I think someone like Kobe is gonna regain his form, because I think he looked like before the injury, he looked like he was ready to go. But obviously, I think someone like Kobe is gonna regain his form, because I think he looked like especially after that, I say 3-4 months into his debut season, like he just looked like he was being ground down by this team. The amount of work he's having to put in. So I think someone like someone like Kobe is going to regain his form. I think, to be fair, like Delic, Mazraoui have already been a bit solid anyway. Maybe the back three might suit Martinez more. I'm trying to think who's in the...
A part of me sees Martinez like being pushed, like shifted out.
But the thing is, if you're thinking about our first choice back three, it's going to be Yoro, Delic, Martinez, is it not?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like next season, like after the
next season. Oh no, I agree with you. Like I've said to you before, I don't think Martinez's ceiling is that high. I've said that loads of times. People like, and I think it's a conversation that's happening more in the United fan base that yes, Martinez definitely raised the ceiling when he first came to the club, 100% compared to what we had before.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
But I think sometimes you move past players, and I'm not saying we're there yet with Martinez, but we might get to that point. But I think there's players before him that should leave, though, obviously. But it's more the front. I think the front three is going to be the hardest part for Amorim to figure out because we don't really have the players already here to pick them to put in that front three. So he's going to kind of have to figure it out and kind of jam it till the end of the season till he can get some of his own players in. I mean, for me, I know it's been a short time with Xerxes, but I just think he was the wrong profile of signing. No,
you don't need to leave Xerxes alone, man.
No, the thing is, I don't even do with Xerxes what KG does. KG is nasty work with Xerxes. But look, the thing is, for me personally, even the day we signed him, I remember like on Owen's morning show saying that I don't get why we signed him because, and I've said that to him on various call-ins, the summer, especially based on the last 2 seasons, we needed to sign a striker that takes the pressure off our forwards, not puts more pressure on the wingers. And that's what Xerxes does. And he himself came to the club and said, I'm a 9.5. That tells me I ain't here to score goals. I want to help create. Yeah.
No, I agree totally. But I think also we can benefit from the creative part of his game.
Create for who though?
But that's the thing. That's what I was going to say.
Exactly.
You need someone to be getting on the end of those
and we have no one. And that's why we shouldn't have signed Xerxes. We should have signed the goal scorer. Because not only will that person score goals, it will then take less pressure off Højlund. Because he's now increased the pressure on Højlund because he ain't going to score, right? We don't have goal-scoring wingers. We have wingers that have bursts of form, like Rashford, yeah? And that's why I think Xerxes is just and the thing with him is that his hold-up play isn't elite enough to make up for the lack of his other abilities, of which he has none. Because he can't dribble with the ball. He's got no pace. For a guy, the strangest thing I found about Xerxes is that he has all his physical attributes for no reason because he does nothing with them.
Yeah, he doesn't use it. Yeah,
he's a 6'5" guy that plays like Angel Gomez. You get what I'm saying? So it's a bit weird. It's like he wants to play like a 10, like a nimble 10, but you're stiff, like you're stiff 6'5" guy who can't turn and can't jump. So it's a bit weird. It's like you have physicality, but you don't really want to use it. So it's like, what's the point of you? Like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, he can hold up the ball, but that's it.
I hear it, man. Big up, man. Thank you for calling in. I always like to hear your thoughts. It's really nice to hear your thoughts when you're not being negative.
I'm not always negative. I don't know where I get this. It's people in the
for a whole year and a half, brother.
Was I not right for a year and a half?
Well, a broken clock is right twice a day.
A broken clock is right for 18 months.
Big up, man. Thank you. Big up to Aminor, man. And thank you for the super chats. Let's create a Ruben Amorim defense league. Big up. How are we starting a defense league already? What is the need to start a defense league already?
Good evening, Mina. Nice to have you.
How you doing?
Not spoken for a while. Last time I spoke to you was probably at the
Liverpool
last
game.
match. I can't remember which match we were
at.
It was
Liverpool. It was the Liverpool game.
Oh yeah, 3-0. So
horrible,
yeah, not seen it for a while. No.
How are you feeling about the Amorim appointment?
Very good question. I'm a bit more reserved.
Okay.
Only because I'm not trying to be a negative. He's doing the right things. He's saying the right things. Even Flex picked on the point. He's dressing well. He's wearing Prada. All that sort of stuff. That doesn't make. I don't care about that. But for me, I'm just a bit reserved, just because I'm sure did we not go through this with Ten Hag? You know, when Ten Hag
Yes,
was
yes
appointed.
and no, but I don't know why people can like compare. There are similarities, but I actually see more differences. The only similarity is both of them came from a different league, and maybe a less. I'll say a less elite league, because the Dutch league and the Portuguese league are not as big as, say, maybe like Spanish league or the Italian league.
Yeah.
So that, yeah. B, I think the similarities is that they've won silverware with those teams, and have created like systems that are identifiable in football, right? But I think other parts of their coaching aspects, like their coaching career and whatnot, I think is really different. And
Okay, let me pose you a question then, Mina. So I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be, give the other side of the
yeah,
argument.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
So I'm like, I want to be gassed. Genuinely, I want to be gassed, but I've learned my mistake not to be gassed.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, right, when Ange Postecoglou came in and he said, look, I'm going to bring positivity, I'm going to play the high line. Do you not think the Spurs fan would have said, you know what, he's saying the right things, he's different to Conte, he's different to Mourinho? And then 18 months down the line, look what's happening with the Tottenham Hotspur's football team now. I'm saying Ruben Amorim, he's saying the right things. He's won titles. He's going to come in a 3-4-3. But what he hasn't done, and I challenge Shaw on this as well, he hasn't experienced the Premier League. He hasn't experienced the competitors of this league, the pressure that he's going to face as a Man United manager.
Yeah.
The fact that he can go away to Crystal Palace or Bournemouth and get beat, he hasn't experienced that. So for that reason alone, I'm like, calm down, people. Let's just see what he does in his first 10 games, and then you can ask me that question.
But don't you think like he's a lot less naive? Because I feel like when Ten Hag was coming in as manager, he was talking the talk, saying, all errors come to an end, blah blah blah. Whereas with Amorim, when he's been challenged about the Premier League, he said, I remember in a press conference, that he knows how different every team is in the Premier League, so he knows he's going to have to adapt and change. And for me, that's someone that sounds like they are aware of the situation they're potentially walking into. Like, at the end of the day, he's not going to know until he's in the job.
Exactly.
That is, and I understand having that kind of reservation, but like in terms of how you look at the season, 13th place, 4 points off of top 3.
Yeah.
If I said this already, if Ten Hag was still the manager, I said the season was over in October.
Yeah, I agree with you, and this is what I do.
Do you share that same sentiment still, even with Amorim?
No. So I said this to Owen at the full-time view. I think if we kept Ten Hag till after Christmas, we would have been 15th, 16th, and top 4 would be out of reach. The fact that he's gone and brought Ruben Amorim, I feel at least we'll be competitive. I'm not saying if you look at the fixtures in December, for example, I think City and Arsenal. I may be wrong here in December.
Oh yeah, we got City. We got we're playing every 3 days basically.
Yeah. So those 3 games, I feel under Ruben Amorim, I'm not seeing him in the league, but what I can tell you is that he'll make us competitive. I just did not feel that Ten Hag made us competitive any match going forward. There could be matches that we could be playing Leicester away, and I could not tell you hand on heart whether we're going to win, lose, or draw that match. At least with Amorim, I could say now he'll make us competitive. He'll increase the intensity of the players. That's the thing I'm looking forward to. Not only the formation, but how the intensity changes in the players, and who is able to match that intensity and who falls away.
In terms of his time at United, and obviously this, because we hear 3-4-3, high line kind of wing backs. Is there any kind of players you think, they might benefit from having a manager like Ruben Amorim?
Yeah, a couple of players. Ahmad. I think Ahmad, Ugarte is the obvious one. Mazraoui will benefit. Even this is a wild take. I don't be surprised if Mason Mount does well.
I don't think it's his ability that's the problem for me, though. For me, it's just his injury record.
That's what I'm saying. Fully fit Mason Mount, the press that he plays.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if he starts appearing in more games. But the people I do fear for in the style of play that he wants is Bruno, Rashford, Garnacho, Xerxes. These are the players that I'd be worried for. Mainly, I think would slot in with Ugarte in the mid. That you got the 6 and 8. But those are the 4 players I'd be especially worried for, because I don't think, even with the Garnacho, as much as I like the player, I know he's not a top player, but at least I can see he excites me as a player when he plays. I think he might struggle in the Amorim system,
You know,
and same with Wrexham.
I said that I could see Garnacho playing as a wing back, because the more that I watch Sporting and especially read about it, it seems like Amorim's system likes the idea of having like a defensive-minded wing back and like an attacking one. And I feel like he could be the option for that attacking one, because the most important thing I think of Amorim's system for the wing backs is that they hold the width. And Garnacho does that. He can do that pretty well. He can hold the width. But the defensive side is the problem. Huh?
But Berbatov, I think Berbatov was asked the same question. And Berbatov said that he can't see Garnacho as a wing back, presumably because he can't see Garnacho tracking back.
Yeah,
I think Ahmad can do it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ahmad can do it. The other the more I think about that, the more bizarre answers you're going to get here. You may even see Anthony become like
get
a
that
wing
guy
back.
out. No.
No, but you may. That's what I'm saying. You may do, because for all we say, he can't cross. He can't cross with his right foot. He may be the ideal person, because one of the best attributes of Anthony, and nobody can deny that, is his work rate and his defensive capabilities. He might actually suit an Amorim system, and nobody's talking about that.
All right, big up, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for the super chat. And I hope to see you at a game soon, inshallah.
Yep, hopefully, inshallah. See you soon. Take care.
Big up, Aminor. Thank you, man. Thank you. And last but not least, I thought you were in witness protection.
I escaped you.
Were you playing pro clubs with them yesterday?
Oh my! No, I did not. Do you know what? I scored a hat trick right on my second game, yeah. And that when you were in that stream, I scored another game, and they shoved me out. They said I'd be back after a game. I never was. And then when I joined last week, they played me at centre back.
I was there. I was there when you played centre back. I remember that game.
I can't defend to save my life. I can.
It's all right. At least you didn't get. I was scoring hat tricks back to back to back, and then I got dropped to midfield for Saeed. So.
Yeah, but you're class. You're class.
It happens to the best of us.
I've only been playing pro clubs for 5 weeks, so.
Oh, so you're really new to it.
I'm really
new. Fair enough. I've been playing for years. But yeah, let's quickly talk on Amorim before we kind of wrap up the stream. How are you feeling about his appointment, the season? Kind of, what's your expectations?
I'm so excited. I'm really excited. Look, I was a big fan of Haag when he came in, and I never want to see a Man United manager get sacked. But, he was sacking himself by the end of it. So Amorim, I'm excited. It looks exciting. I think it'll be good for the reporters as well. I think he can build rapport. We talk about rapport. I think he's got a softer face. And I know these things are kind of like, what? But I think he's got a softer face. So I think he's going to be more palatable for those reporters who are just out to get us. I'm excited by his system. I'm really excited to see where the players sits and how he's going to play them in. And I think this season's... it's savable. Like you say, we're only 4 points off top 4. He won his first 10 games in his first 13 in Braga, and he's done wonders at Sporting Lisbon. And I think he's got his temperament right. He's got his head screwed on. So I think he'll play well. We've got a fairly good run of games. I know we've got Arsenal and City, and we've got Spurs in the League Cup following Ipswich and the European ties. But I'm really excited, Mina. I think I think we've all been exhausted by what happened in the last year, and we were excited in the summer. We saw the signings coming in, and then this year, this season, it started to capitulate again.
Is there any player you're excited for?
I'm excited for Rashford.
Oh, finally! About bloody time someone else is...
I'm so excited for Rashford, and I hope he plays the 4-3 with Bruno just behind Rashford and Højlund. I think give Rashford just that space on the left, so he's not a central focal point. Put him on the left, and Højlund there. I think them two will work well. Then you've got two points to get the ball into. I think Rashford's had a hard time, and I know people keep saying he's done. I know there's so much talent in that guy. You just need to fit him in the right system. He's. I love Rashford. There's nothing anyone can ever say about him. I know his form's been awful at times.
Yeah.
But this guy has been shifted around from left, centre, right. He's never complained. He's just got his head down and played, You've never heard anything bad about this guy. So to me, he's a model professional. We just need to get the best out of him.
I appreciate it, man. I agree. I think Rashford's an interesting one. I was saying after the Leicester game that Amorim's got a big task with Højlund, because outside of what his ceiling is, what we're seeing is him just fighting defenders nonstop, and we saw it against Leicester. And a part of me thinks United might go out and buy a striker in the summer. I don't know why. I genuinely think it could happen.
Yeah, and I think we are being linked with Gyökeres, and I think
Yeah.
the mistake they made was they didn't bring in an experienced striker. We've brought in two strikers who both have scored minimum goals before they arrived to us.
Mhm.
You needed to get someone who's bagging goals in, week out, that these players can learn from. We do this with our young players. We thrust them in and we knacker them out. Kobe's another example. He played so many games last season, and he's exhausted. The poor guy is exhausted. We need to mold, shape, promote these players gently. And I hope he's going to put an arm around Hoyland.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too.
Yeah, I think you can get the best out of him. He got the best out of Gyökeres. I think he'll do well.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in. Nice to see you out of witness protection.
It's so lovely to see normality. Keep up the amazing work you do, Mina. You are a blessing to us all. I'll leave it there.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Have a good one. Oh, guys, you lot, honestly, the stream went a lot longer than what I anticipated. I'm not gonna lie, because I was planning to stream on Twitch. So big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you hit the like button. We hit over 100 likes. So big up to all of you guys that have come through. Big up to everyone that called in, all the members that called in, everyone that sent in super chats as well. Listen, pinned right here, guys, you see it, is my Twitch. Yeah, it's my Twitch. I'm gonna be live in about 40 minutes, give or take. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, set up my stream and everything, and I'm gonna go live. I don't know what I'm gonna go live on yet. I haven't decided if it's FC25 or should I just do a camo grind on multiplayer and play Call of Duty Black Ops 6. If any of you guys do play Call of Duty, let me know. Maybe we can squad up in a lobby and we can play some multiplayer. But big up to everyone. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Tomorrow we'll be back as well, inshallah, with Daily Dose of Mina. You guys know what it is. Big up to everyone. Like I said, thank you to everyone who called in, people who sent in super chats, got involved in the chat, and of course those of you who liked the stream, man. I'll be back tomorrow, but listen, I put it in the bio. There is my Twitch. It's in the chat. It's in the bio. All of that stuff. Come over, hit the follow button, and come over there in about 30-ish minutes. I'm out, guys. Have a wonderful one. Peace.